more of a TV chef than a chef, but how do you run a successful business empire when your schedule is just so hectic?
I don't really look up to anyone for inspiration or guidance on my job. I don't believe there's anyone in the country that has to do the shit I have to do, and the scope of things that I have to do. My lifestyle is like wrestling an octopus, you know, and the only way I can be good, proficient and profitable at doing the shit that I do is by being true to my word, knowing what I'm talking about, and most importantly, working with people and gathering people that agree in the same stuff that I do. The only reason I can do what I do is because of 12 years of gathering staff. I don't lose many staff. We don't have many people leave my organisation. I'm no superstar, I'm human, and there's only so many hours in a day. I know it sounds romantic, but I don't really start, in my mind, I don't start businesses. It's more cultural. You know, I set the tone, there's beliefs, there's expectations, there's a dream. That's what we do. You know, if you look at the stuff I've done over the last 4 or 5 years, you couldn't have said, oh, that's going to work, because a lot of the stuff that I've done really couldn't have, you know, regardless. So I think, you know, we try and be fairly risky in the stuff that we do. We try and push stuff. But my only advice is invest in people, treat them right, pay them right, incentivise them right, give them clear goals, and then you might have a go at, you know, doing what you want, which is what I try to do. But it is complicated. It's all about people. The recession has made us all look inwards in different ways, and even for the celebrity chef. You know, there's massive strengths and massive weaknesses to having that sort of privileged position.
You're going to be neighbours with Gordon Ramsay. How do you feel about that?
I think it's great, brilliant. I mean, I've always got on with him. I don't see him very often. He's in the States a lot, and you know, but when I do see him, we have a good laugh, and you know, we cook in very different ways. We have very different customers. And we have very different audiences, so I think it's brilliant. If anything, he's going to bring more people here, which is good for me, really. But we've got quite a lot of good operators within a square 400 metres here, yeah, no, I've been doing it. I grew up in the business. It's competition is good. It keeps you awake at night. It makes you think. That's a good thing. And also, there's plenty of room for everyone, you know, whether it's great burgers down there, or, you know, Italians or pizzas, or there's quite a lot going on.
You've travelled the world quite a bit, especially over to America. How would you compare the industry over there with that of London?
I think London's fairly strong, could do a lot better. London's strong, you know, London's strong. Very culturally diverse, some excellent chefs. Some of the best cooking out of London at the moment is the neighbourhood stuff, and the immigrant stuff. You know, at this level there isn't so much interesting new stuff coming through at the moment. But London's strong, it's strong. I think British chefs have got a lot to be desired as far as loving each other is concerned, looking after each other. You know, it's been a big thing for me. I grew up in a family business, so you know, when your brother down the road had equipment that went pear-shaped, you lent him yours. You know, I'd never really understood the very London attitude towards chefs and the bitterness and the hatred. And then for Adam, he don't even recognise it, because it's not like that out there. It's a fraternity. So, you know, that's why if Gordon comes next door, happy days, God bless him, you know, and if his guys need anything, I'm here. And hopefully vice versa, if they run out of ice, I can go and get some cubes, you know.
Jamie, how important do you think it is that the restaurant industry play a role in trying to fight this obesity epidemic in the UK? Surprisingly enough, I'm not that obsessed about the obesity epidemic as people make out. I'm more interested in health across the board, really, which, you know, a lot of the issues that cost the government millions and kill people before their time is not just about size, although that's a massive contributor. It's just an attitude towards food,
quality over quantity, you know, knowing where your food comes from, food education, a robust supermarket, restaurant, neighbourhood procurement system. You know, I think England's coming into good times. You know, we haven't nipped it in the bud yet, but you know, I think the ethics, farmers markets, the artisan, and even the big boys. You know, it's all very well slacking off the big boys, but there's some big boys doing a lot more than a lot of small family businesses these days, and when they make change on an oil used or a standard of chicken used or a way they'll treat or train their staff or give them opportunity, you know, that's, you know, I mean, to cut a long story short, when McDonald's start doing stuff that is akin to a family business across all these restaurants, powerful, changes lives. So, you know, I think that we have a massive role to play, and it should, in theory, it should be fairly effortless because it's the customer that's driving it. I mean, that's what I do. My job really is ultimately being a professional shit stirrer. You know, when I do a story about, you know, factory chickens being crap, it's because they're crap, and if you've got half a brain, like a couple of brain cells, once you see what's behind that egg, you spend your money differently, whether you're living in a council house or whether you're a millionaire, you know, because it's pence at the end of the day, you know. So I think, and they do, and the British public is not stupid. We have a very, very intelligent public out there, old and young, and when you give them good, clear information, they act on it. So whether it's pork, chicken or eggs, you know, the experience I've had, all school dinners, they're all over it. But, you know, it takes time to change as well. So